All right, we're going to go ahead and get started very quickly here. We'd like to welcome and congratulate Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay, Cameron Young, and Max Homa on winning their opening foursomes matches. We're going to open it right up to questions, so we'll start here with Daniel Rappaport.
Max, this is for you. The pressure on 18, how did that compare to the pressure of last week?
Different. A lot more people. Anytime I think you have a partner, it changes kind of the nerves a little bit. But in a weird way, it almost takes it off because Tony's so good, I feel like I can kind of put it wherever and he'll figure it out. But it's just, I just feel like my adrenaline's going is way higher, so I have to manage that a bit better. But yeah, it was a pretty awesome scene. And you know, Tony told me on 16, it makes us feel alive, and that's how I felt on that tee for sure.
Rex Hoggard.
Max, could you just walk us through the shot on 15 that bounced off the rocks and then the putt as well, sort of the emotions of how the match seemed to flip there?
Yeah, it's an awkward spot, that right bunker, and I tried to hit like a low cut, and it came out just straight. I don't know what it hit, but I appreciate it. I can't explain how hard Tony's shot was. He had a poor lie, and there were very little real estate for him to land it where it would stay on the green even. He had an unreal shot. I was prepared to chip or maybe hit a bunker shot next, and he somehow gave me 10 feet, and I fortunately made it. But that was a huge reversal. You know, that tie felt like a win walking to the next tee, and that was a huge boost for us at that point.
We'll go up here to Dave.
Yeah, for Cam, just tell us your feelings on the first tee shot. You hit a bomb there, and then throughout the day, was it everything that it felt like, you know, everything you expected?
Yeah, I think it did feel very much how I expected it. I was definitely a little bit nervous on the first tee, which I don't typically feel that nervous. But, I mean, kind of something Max said as well, having Colin as a partner definitely takes some pressure off me because I feel like, especially if I can just get it in the fairway, I'm going to have an 8 or 10 footer for birdie. But yeah, I mean, it was everything I could have asked for, and really, you know, a ton of fun to be out there with these guys and kind of watch the other matches go. And, you know, to win my first one was really cool.
Shane.
First one for Cameron. On the putt on 17, you took a pretty aggressive run at that. It would have been easy, I think, to lag it up. So I wanted to know about that. And then after, for Patrick and Xander, on the 10th hole, it seemed like it was a real tipping point where if Adam had made his putt, it would have been 2 up and, you know, everything to play for. And instead, he didn't, and then the match is over quickly after that. So I just wanted to ask your thoughts on that specific moment.
Yeah, I mean, the putt on 17, I definitely hit a little bit too hard. It is a really fast one, and it's obvious that it's really fast, but it yeah, it just the greens are so quick, and there's so much slope that it's very easy, I think, to hit something hard enough to go 4 or 5 or 6 feet by. It doesn't necessarily really have to be a bad putt, but yeah, fortunately didn't do that.
Dylan.
Yeah, it was a big, you know, we were comfortably up. We were waiting for them to make a push. And that was, you know, match play is all, you take what you can get and just try and make sure you score one less than the opponent. And that's what we did. So we tied there, which felt, you know, fortunate. And then we decided that it's time to sort of put some pressure on them.
Dylan.
Did you guys ask to go out first? And what was it like to be first group out, setting the tone?
We did not. We, you know, trust our captains. We knew we were going to go together, and so it doesn't really matter where they throw us. We were just looking forward to getting a point. And so when we went out first, Pat sent a text out last night to JT and Jordan, just being the lead 2 matches, saying, you know, let's try and set a tone here. And, you know, that's what Pat and I talked about yesterday, and that's what we try to do today.
Go ahead.
Again, for you guys, how much of it is a motivation to keep your record in foursomes going? And how cognizant are you of that record?
Go ahead. Please.
Yeah, both. Yeah, please.
I'll just keep talking for us. Pat's ready for some dinner and some R&R.
I should do all my press conferences like that.
Yeah, it's we're very motivated. We enjoy playing together. We've done well in the format, and we attribute it to our friendship and playing a lot and competing a lot against each other on normal weeks. And so yeah, there's sort of a level of comfort that we have when we compete together.
How eager are you to keep that record going?
Yeah, I don't think too much about it. I think we try and treat every match as its own individual match, and they all feel a little different, and however it ends up at the end of our career or the end of the week is how it ends up.
All right, last question, Mr. Sally.
Yeah. Patrick, as I guess just to counter maybe your answer there, is it more important when you know that probably their best team, you're playing their best team, to beat their best team? Don't you feel like that sends more of a statement than just if you had beat one of the other teams?
Probably, and then also just going out first. I think there's a real advantage to trying to get red up on the board as early as possible. I think it just gets everyone a little more comfortable and inspires them to just follow suit.
We have time for one more up front.
Cam, just going back to that last putt, I mean, what was your reaction when you did make it? Now, I'm sorry, did you say you were trying to lag it, or were you trying to make it? I mean, what was your reaction?
I was obviously thrilled it went in. I kind of knew in the back of my mind that was to win the match. It wasn't a putt that I feel like you could really try to make. Anything of that distance out here is tricky just to get close. So I really was just trying to hit a putt that was consistent with, how I had hit them throughout the day, trying to make Colin's life easy on the second one. And every once in a while, those go in.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. We'll let you go.
Thank you. Thank you.